A real review of Britain's smallest pub. So welcome to Bury St Edmunds, a market town in Suffolk, famous for potentially having the first internally illuminated road sign in the country, the world's first Wi-Fi bench, although I didn't find that, but more notably it's most famous for being the home of Britain's smallest pub. So this is a nutshell that's been open since the 1860s, and it measures about 4.5 metres by 2.5 metres. If you're like me and usually prefer other humans best at a safe distance, I'd probably suggest putting £1 in your social battery before coming in here, as there's no way of escaping unnoticed to a quiet corner, whilst you drink and internally beat yourself up about that time 10 years ago when you waved at someone and they completely ignored you. So anyway, the capacity of this place holds between 10 and 20 people, and a pint of Abbot Ale in here comes in at a pretty reasonable £5. There's absolutely loads of history and stories about this place that the very friendly staff and locals were only too kind to tell me about. Look at me sitting there pretending I'm a normal functioning human being. But anyway, stories like this 400-year-old mummified cat. Apparently hundreds of years ago they used to brick these in the wall alive, where they'd then scratch and make noise to ward off evil spirits, until it was eventually found like this and hung up in 1935. There's also all these notes stuck up on the ceiling, which was originally done by American World War I soldiers, so if they ever made it back here after the war, there'd be a pint with their name on already paid for. But the one question that was on my mind was, how many people can you actually fit in here? But that was answered in 1984 when they managed to squeeze a record 102 people and a three-legged dog in, which was broadcast live on BBC Radio. Places like this don't need a pounds to pleasure rating from a little worm like me. It's stood here since the 1800s and lasted the test of time, so it's definitely worth a visit if you're in the area. See you next time.